Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and it's time to do what we do for every content drop and take a look from the latest mini set, Audiopocalypse, and what the worst of the worst, what are the worst performing cards. What were they thinking making these cards? Because we all know what the best stuff is. You take a look, like, oh yeah, Horde of the Windlord. It's Broken Champ Session. That's a really good card. But what are the worst? So we're going to take a look at that. Data-driven wise, though, using HS Replay, deck win rate, and also, friendly reminder, we have our giveaway going on. We'll be announcing our winner of the 69,420 sub giveaway, $400 worth of Hearthstone packs. I'm going to announce that on Thursday, so get in there while you can. All you have to do to enter that video or enter that giveaway is like and comment on the video in the description below, the one we're taking a look at here. Hit that sub button and make me go broke. And again, we're going to be using HS Replay Diamond through Legend since when the mini set came out. Almost 2 weeks ago now, and I will say right out the gate, this is one of the best mini sets we've had in a very long time. The worst card on this list is like typically where we see the number 10 card in terms of deck win rate. These cards have been doing really well, so kudos to the team. It's been a pretty damn sweet mini set, but there's gotta be the worst regardless. And starting off at number 10, well, it's a bit of a tough crowd these days, and tough crowd is there. A 3-mana 2/1 demon for Rogue and Demon Hunter Outcast. Return a minion to its owner's hand. It is in 0.2% of total decks, has a deck win rate of 45.4%, and has been played 1,000 times. The big thing with this card is, well, if it's not Outcast, it's a 3-mana 2/1. That is terrible. It's more of a card you just generate off of like Illidari Studies, things like that. It still does have a meta impact regardless, but a card being hard run typically hasn't seen a lot of play so far, and when it hasn't really helped elevate the deck. At number 9, we have a card that I thought would see some play and be good, and so far not so much. Speaker Stomper, the 4-mana 4/4 tradable neutral minion. Battle Cry. Enemy spells cost 2 more next turn. It is in 0.2% of decks, has a 45.2% deck win rate, and has been played all of 580 times. You have like Cult Neophyte in Standard, and that barely sees play. For double the cost, you get double the disruption, kind of, but not double the stats. It does have tradable. There is some upside. I think it sees a bit more play in Wild, where the disruption is just a bit more valuable. There's a lot of minions being utilized these days in Standard, and Speaker Stomper doesn't do anything to disrupt that. Number 8, we have the Remixed Musician, the 3-mana 3/3 rush. Gain an extra effect in your hand that changes each turn. It's like Lifesteal, I believe Wind Fury, Poisonous, and Divine Shield. This is in 0.1% of decks. It has a 44.7% deck win rate, and has been played all of 880 times. None of the effects feel that great. Even in Arena, where it's okay. Like, it's okay. Getting Poisonous sometimes is all right, but you're only getting that 25% of the time. Wind Fury typically can't do that good of value trading. Divine Shield's probably the best, and Lifesteal is usually not super impactful. And yeah, it's just kind of a filler neutral card, and the stats show. But again, not doing horrendously bad. Number 7, we have another dual class card, the Plagiarizer, the 3-mana 4/3 Rogue, Priest, Pirate, Battlecry. Get a copy of the top card of your opponent's deck in 1.1% of total decks, has a deck win rate of 44.5% win rate, and is by far the most played card on this list. I don't know if that has to do with the achievement or the fact that, you know, it's kind of a fun burgle card for Rogue and Priest. Probably more to do with that. But overall, yeah, you get a random card or the top card from your opponent's deck, and that may or may not be good, but there's just so many better burgle cards already in the game when you have cards like Identity that we get to discover whatever you want, basically, 2 cards from your opponent's hand and their deck. It's just like, okay, it's not bad, it's not great, and as a result, you know, the numbers aren't phenomenal. At number 6, we have the first legendary on the list, the 2 class legendaries for this mini set. Both make the list. That's kind of sad. The first one being a card that we were all very excited about, Phenotum, Lord of the Opera, a 30-mana 15/15 Taunt Lifesteal minion. This card's cost is equal to the amount of cards in your deck. It is in 0.8% of decks, a 44 0.1% deck win rate and has been played all of 890 times. I will say though, when it's actually played, the played win rate on the card is like 60%. So when you can actually play it, you probably win because it's just giant lifesteal taunt, and you probably played the jailer with it. So it's probably going to heal you and be immune and all of that. But yeah, that's the main thing. The only way to really get this card out in any reliable fashion is the jailer, because no discount overrides the effect of this card. So you have to draw your whole deck basically to get it out, and only the jailer, which deletes your deck, can really enable that, and that's just not a reliable strategy in the current metagame. At number 5, we're starting the top 5 here with another dual class card, this one Warlock Mage, Fiddle Fire Imp, a 3-mana 3/2 demon, battle cry at a random Fire Mage and Fire Warlock spell to your hand. It is in 0.7% of decks, 43.6% deck win rate, and played 3,700 times. Played a lot. Again, maybe the achievement, I don't know. But again, Mage, not lacking on value at all. Warlock, got life tap, got other strategies. It doesn't go into Imp Warlock. It doesn't make sense there. And also the body's terrible. And also Warlock fire spells are not great, with only like 3 being there. So yeah, one of the worst cards by quite a bit. At number 4, we have a card that's breaking wild, but serves almost no purpose in standard. Funnel Cake, the 1-mana priest druid card that is in 1% of decks, has a 41.9% deck win rate, played 1,600 times. People are really trying to make Overheal Priest work, because that's where it goes into, and it just doesn't make the cut. Whereas in Wild, you could shoot like infinite mana, and even there, those decks, they're not even that good. They're just incredibly frustrating to face if you're playing anything remotely slow. And yeah, Funnel Cake, the leaked card, the card I revealed, well, it kind of sucks in standard so far. At number 3, we have Dead Air, the 2-mana Deathlight card. It's a Frost and Unholy Rune spell. Destroy your undead, resummon. This is in 1.1% of decks. Is a deck win rate of 41%. Has been played 3,600 times, but when played has a 55% played win rate. So the card's not even that bad, honestly, in that deck. The deck's just bad, which is like that whole like Cage Head OTK deck, which is just not reliable enough, but people like playing it, as you can see by the played numbers. But overall, yeah, just getting your undead back, you compare it to Unholy Frenzy in a lot of ways worse, but this is more of like, you just do that. You could draw with like your 3-mana 3/4 as well, do things like that, and there's shenanigans with it, but overall, so far, has not been all that great. Hence the number 3 spot. At number 2, we have Rhythm Dancer Riza, the Demon Hunter Rogue legendary that has Rush, and after your hero attacks, return this to your hand and set its cost to 1. It is in 0.1% of decks, has a deck win rate of 40%, and has been played 900 times, and its played win rate is even worse when it's played 34%. This card sucks. I like that it's not even played that much, considering the effect of the card is that you attack with it, or you attack, put it back to your hand and attack again, which is just not irrelevant, or not relevant, because it's a 3/5. It can't value trade into anything, you know, with 5 attack or more. It just, not a great card, really expensive to get that effect going, and the achievement to try and get this to work, I think you had to have it kill 5 different minions, was just awful. And the card, I feel like you could make this 4 mana probably, and it would still suck. 2 classes, Demon Hunter Rogue, could try and make it work, and neither have done the trick. And at number 1, a card that kind of surprises me. It's a premium statted Druid minion, Popular Pixie, 2-mana 2/3. Choose 1 minion, refresh your hero power, or your next one costs 0. It is in 0.6% of decks, has a deck win rate of 37.5%, the only sub 40% card here, but has been played 3,200 times. Again, I'll note the played win rate on the card, like 50%. Mainly is probably looks worse than it is, because there was a deck popularized, I think by Tice a few days ago, that revolved around doing like this crazy OTK where you refresh your hero power Popular Pixie, but the deck was atrocious, so I think people spam that, which makes the card look a lot worse than it is. I feel like Risa's probably the worst card of the mini set, but the stats say Popular Pixie, so I gotta go with the popular pick. Please don't boo. Please don't boo. Anyways, let me know what you guys think have been the worst cards from the mini set. Which do you disagree with, agree with, and all that? But overall, gotta say, it's been a pretty sweet mini set. Pretty much all these cards, you can still use them, right? Like, they're not even that bad compared to some mini sets where some of the cards have been borderline like 25% deck win rate cards. Like, unbelievable garbage. And you'll even notice like Blood Treant didn't even hit the list. Like, it's better than those cards, which is crazy. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.